on behalf of Sheriff Greg Hamilton of the Travis County Sheriff's Office. My name is Jim Sylvester, the Chief Deputy for the Travis County Sheriff's Office. I want to welcome you here for the 5th annual Football is a Contact Sport, Love Shouldn't Be campaign. This year we'll have 31 high schools and 4,500 players participating in the program. Before we get started, I first want to introduce the Aikens High School ROTC, Colonel Ronald Olivero, who will be presenting the colors.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Aikens High School. Outstanding job. So more on the Football is a Contact Sport, Love Shouldn't Be. Our partners in this event are Heather Bellino, Executive Director, Texas Advocacy Project, Barry Rosenblue, Director of Expect Respect Program, A Safe Place, and also participating partners, we couldn't do it without them, is all the student athletes and drill team in the Aikens High School, ROTC, coaches, staff, and law enforcement. We have the following independent school districts: Austin, Bastrop, Del Valle, Dripping Springs, Eanes, Elgin, Hayes Consolidated, Lake Travis, Leander, Manor, Pflugerville, Round Rock, Smithville, Wimberley, and the Texas School for the Deaf, all participating in the 5th annual Football is a Contact Sport, Love Shouldn't Be campaign. And just as a reminder, this is our biggest year ever, with 4,500 athletes in Central Texas participating in the program about showing and bringing recognition about domestic violence in our homes and schools and community. With that said, I'm going to introduce a great supporter and a great athletic director for Central Texas, Leal Anderson, for the Austin Independent School District.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the Travis County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Greg Hamilton, Chief Deputy Jim Sylvester, Florence Brasino, Kelly Page, Melissa Walker, and Dimitri Mitchell. Please give it up for them. From Safe Place and the Texas Advocacy Project, we have Barry Rosenbluth, Barbara Ball, Heather Bellino, and Jennifer Blattman. Please give it up for them. And also from Austin ISD, Dr. Cruz, Edmund Orapaz, Kathy Ryan, and thank you also to all of the coaches and the players that are here today for this event. Thank you for all partnering with AISD Athletics to increase awareness about domestic violence and sexual abuse in this campaign for this upcoming month. Also, a very special thank you to all our female student athletes who've come out today, and we have some outstanding leaders today. Please give it up for yourselves. Everyone is here at this event for a very special reason today. It's not an accident that you're here. We're at a critical and pivotal time in our history. I'm going to give you some statistics that may be staggering, but before I do that, I want to really define what domestic violence is and sexual abuse. Domestic violence is a pattern of behavior used to establish power and control over another person through fear and intimidation, often including the threat or use of violence. Some signs include exerting strict control, needing constant contact through excessive text or phone calls, emotional abuse including insulting a partner in front of other people, or even extreme jealousy. These are some things that constitute domestic violence and things that are taking place in our society today that we need to know about. Sexual assault is a crime that's motivated by a need to control, humiliate, and harm. Perpetrators use sexual assault as a weapon to hurt and dominate others. Sexual assault is forced or coerced sexual contact without consent. Consent is the presence of a clear yes, not the absence of a no. It can take the form of rape, child sexual abuse, harassment, exposing, forcing a person to take sexual or pose for sexual pictures, fondling or unwanted sexual touching. These are things that are plaguing our society, and I think it's important we define what they are so our student athletes know what's going on. According to loveisrespect.org, in 2008, 1 in 3 adolescents is a victim of physical, sexual, or emotional or verbal abuse from a dating partner. From the National Center for Educational Statistics in 2013, 1 in 3 children report being bullied throughout the school year. On average, 24 people per minute are victims of rape, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner in the United States. That's more than 12 million women and men over the course of a year. According to menispeacemakers.org, coaches are one of the most influential adults in a child's life that have the power and the platform to positively impact cultural change. Domestic violence and sexual abuse, they don't just affect women. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men experience violence from partners at some point in their lifetime. 1 in 3 teens experience sexual or physical abuse or threats from a boyfriend or girlfriend in a year. And 1 in 2 women and 1 in 5 men have experienced some form of sexual abuse in their lives. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 6 men were sexually abused before the age of 18. That's according to nomore.org. There's been numerous accounts that have taken place in the news and in social media, and we must and we can take a stand here today. Here's some concrete examples that I want to give to all of our players and all of our coaches that are here today. First of all, you can educate yourself about what's going on. To learn how to help someone in an abusive relationship or to get help for yourself, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. You can also contact the Texas Advocacy Project. They provide free legal services for victims of domestic violence. You can call 1-800-374-HOPE. Safe Place also provides emergency shelter and counseling services, among other things. You can call 512-267-SAFE. Challenge and commit yourselves and the others not to use offensive language and expressions that denigrate individuals. You throw like a girl or man up. Those are things that really should not be said. I challenge our coaches that are here today as well. Talk with the men and the female players in your lives about healthy womanhood and healthy manhood. Talk to the importance of respecting women, girls, men, boys, yourself, your teachers and coaches. Talk to these things about this with your players. Creating a special award for athletes who demonstrate leadership and character on and off the field and on and off the court. Also, coaches can challenge themselves to live a life that models these aspects for their players every day. More is caught than what is taught. In many cases, you spend more time with these individuals than their teachers or maybe their parents do. How many seniors do we have in the audience behind us today? Just kind of raise your hand. Did you know that students, especially young women, are the highest risk of sexual assault during the first few months of college? You guys will be going off to college, you seniors, in the next couple of months. It's called the Red Zone, and from the beginning of school through the end of the year of Thanksgiving break, it's especially unfortunate that these freshmen are not aware of what's going on and the resources that are available to them. So please be aware of that. I want to read just 2 accounts before I close. This is something that really took place, and this happened to a female athlete. The names were changed to protect the individual, but I just want you to hear this. Stephanie was a popular soccer player at her high school when she was asked to assist with a skit for Teen Dating Violence Awareness Week. Many of the issues hit too close to home. Stephanie realized that the physical abuse she had experienced from her boyfriend from just 9 months was not okay and that she should get help. Stephanie and her father met with the youth attorney from the Texas Advocacy Project the same night of their Awareness Week performance. During that meeting, the attorney learned that Zach, her boyfriend, graduated a year before and had his own apartment where he kept several automatic weapons. Stephanie told us how the boyfriend started out by accusing her of being a flirt and calling names, but then moved on to physical abuse. Stephanie shared how Zach had strangled her on one occasion to the point of almost passing out when they argued over the guns. Stephanie went on to say that the bruises and cuts to her face that Zach gave her before she left for soccer practice was from where she fell on her roller skates. Stephanie had even asked a bystander to call the police when Zach assaulted her outside her apartment on Halloween, but the report did not go anywhere. When Stephanie tried to break up with Zach, he sent her a picture of a gun with a gun pointed to his head that said, "Goodbye, Stephanie." She was scared and did not know what to do. The youth attorney from the Texas Advocacy Project helped Stephanie apply for a protective order. The police picked their case back up and confiscated Zach's weapons, and he was evicted from his apartment and he had to move back home with his parents. A bomb threat was called in on Stephanie's high school the day of their court hearing, but she stayed strong and was able to obtain a 2-year dating of violence protective order to keep her abuser away from her. I just want to read one more account of something that took place as well. This was sent again from the Texas Advocacy Project. I definitely appreciate them providing this for us. The attorney from there provided an emergency protective order for a 16-year-old boy who was in CPS custody after being assaulted by his mom. He was terrified. CPS was going to take him and his brother into foster care and split them up. He was working on getting Dad and CPS to agree to let them both live with parents from friends who played on the basketball team. The parents wanted both boys. While working on the case, the attorney also advised him on emancipation and his rights to court-ordered visits with his brother if CPS did try to split them up. Thankfully, in the end, they were able to live with the friends and parents, and both are doing well in school. As you can see, domestic violence can affect men and women. There are many resources available to you. We've got resources on our website, austinisdathletics.com, that you can check out. The phone numbers that I gave are also additional resources. And there's something I'd like for everyone to do here. I would like for everyone to commit to taking a stand against domestic violence. If you're a student athlete here or a coach today, I'd like you just to repeat this after me. I will take a stand against domestic violence. Can everyone say that? I appreciate that. If you've got your cell phone, one last thing I'd ask you to do, if you take out your cell phone and send out a tweet that says, "I will take a stand against domestic violence, hashtag no more bystanding." Just tweet that out. And that's something that will help raise awareness about what's going on as well. So you can take out your cell phones and tweet out, "I will take a stand against domestic violence," what you just said, hashtag no more bystanding. Thank you for your time today. For this upcoming month of October, all of our football players will wear a purple ribbon on their helmet to recognize the month of October, which is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And also all of our volleyball teams will have purple ribbons to wear in their hair when they compete out on the volleyball court. Thank you for your time today. I appreciate everyone coming out. Thank you.